Hi everybody, it's Lauren. Welcome back to my channel, and it is now the beginning of November, and so we're going to be heading to the bank to get our cash for the month. If you saw my previous video about our November budget, you saw a rough idea of how much money we're taking out and for all the different categories. So I'm going to go to the bank, check in back with you, and then you'll see the different categories that we have and the money we're putting in, and I'll explain a little bit about our budgeting system for cash and yeah, all the ins and outs of what we do every single month. You can hear Nikki in the background. He is ready to go, so we'll see in a little bit. Okay, you guys, I am back from the bank, and I have all of my cash in an envelope. I'm actually surprised it all fit in one. And we are going to stuff my cash envelopes. I'm also going to explain what each of our categories are to you as I go. So I'll try to keep it as short as I can, but I've got quite a bit of categories. So let's get right to it, shall we? So first of all, when I go to the bank, I just grab a small piece of paper about this size, and I put the amount of cash that I need, the total, and then I'll say, okay, I need 3 $100 bills, and 49 $20 bills, 10 $10 bills, and 4 $5 bills. And then I do the math for each of those. So 3 100s would be $300, 49 20s would be $980, etc. And then they can see that how much I'm asking for in total matches the denominations that I have put on here. And they've always said that they really enjoy that. So I just go straight up to the teller, give them that, and they count out my cash. And so I got $1,400 from the bank for this month's cash. And here you can see you see all that? Woo. So I'm going to divvy this up. First things first, most of our categories are in one of these coupon organizers. I got this from Goodwill for, I think it was like 50 cents or 99 cents, when normally it's from Office Max, it would have been several dollars. So right there, that's a steal. And it has the 12 different tab dividers. I don't know if you can see that very well, but I took my label maker and just labeled each category. I'm going to go through each of these. Most categories are in this. I have 3 categories in my Rachel Cruz wallet, and then I have a couple of these really cool plasticky envelopes that I put some cash in also. So, first category that I have is groceries. Groceries this month is $300, and I use all 20s for that. So, I'm going to just count this out. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. There's my $300. Okay. And then I take my grocery tab and I put it behind. Everyone does a little different. Put it right behind. And here I actually have some money left over from October, and that's fine. I like to carry over my money for most of these categories from month to month. So there's the cash for groceries. Next is HMBA, Health and Beauty Aids, what people call toiletries. This month we're getting 60, and I chose to get 2 20s. I'm just going to separate these out. 2 20s, 1 10, and 2 5s. So, really quick math here for you. 20, 40, 50, $60 for H&BA. I'm just going to stick that right in here into my H&BA category. Entertainment is something I keep in my Rachel Cruz wallet. My brother-in-law got this for me for Christmas. I think it was last year. And I love it. She uses the clip system. So, envelopes, most people think of just a regular white envelope and put their cash in. That's pretty standard. I like using something like this where all of my cash is in one spot and I can't lose one envelope. This thing is a lot easier to keep track of. And then Rachel Cruz, who is Dave Ramsey's daughter, she uses what's called the clip system. And so in here, there are 5 different mini binder clips instead of using envelopes. And then that's for people who don't want to carry around envelopes or who want to have a regular wallet for them. And so there's 5 different clips. I only use 3 right now in this, but one of them is my entertainment money, and that is the orange clip. And so I know everything that's connected with the orange clip is entertainment money that I can spend. The reason too, really quick, why I have some categories in my wallet and some in the coupon organizer is this goes with me everywhere. So I want those specific categories with me all the time. The ones that are in here, like groceries, I don't need to have on me all the time. So if I go grocery shopping, I grab the grocery cash. Makes sense. So entertainment. This month is 150. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 50. Ta-da! And again, I had some money left over, and so I'm just going to add it all together. Now, some people are opposed to using cash for a lot of reasons. Cash is fantastic because it gives you the liberty to spend without guilt. Yet, on the flip side, it also hurts to spend money, okay? I have a category that has hundreds. It's a lot harder to give away a $100 bill than it is to swipe your debit card and spend $100, right? It's like, no. That's something Dave Ramsey talks about. It's, you know, you can say bye to Uncle Ben. So, I love using cash for that reason. I always feel guilty when I use my debit card. I feel like that money is coming out of this pool of money where nothing is assigned. Whereas with cash, I say, I have $150 to spend on entertainment money. That's fantastic. I can do whatever I want with that money. So now, our entertainment category is specifically for things that Edson and I do together. So if we wanted to go out to eat, if we wanted to go to Caribou or Starbucks, whatever it is, we would use our entertainment money. We include restaurants in here versus putting restaurant money with our groceries. Some people just have a food category. I don't like that because then we would probably spend all of it on eating out, and that's not what I want. So we put our restaurants with all of the rest of our entertainment or recreation spending money. Okay? After the entertainment money is my own personal spending money. And so entertainment money is things Edson and I do together. Personal spending money are things that I do by myself, and Edson does not get a say in what I spend that money on. So I get $20, $40, $50 in cash. Edson does not have his spending money in cash. He likes to use his debit card. Totally fine. He makes a lot of online purchases. And so I take my cash out and he just does a transfer over to his personal checking account. And so my spending money is another category that I keep in my Rachel Cruz wallet. Because I want to have my money with me everywhere I go. So we'll just add all this together. Add the clip. So my clip is purple. So I know that is for me. The next category is for Nick. Yes, Nick even gets his own cash. And so he gets a blue binder clip in my wallet. We do buy a lot of diapers and wipes, and we'll go to Once Upon a Child and get him clothes. And so I always want to have his cash on me just in case. We do a lot of times go to Target when they have deals on either the diapers or on the entire like baby department. So it'd be like, oh, buy 2 boxes of diapers and get a $10 gift card. Or spend $75 on baby products and you get a $15 gift card. Something like that. And so most of the time, I am always kind of cycling through Target gift cards because we're always trying to find stuff when we get money back. And that gives us free money into his account or his category. And in the long run, it saves us money because we spend a lot on him. So this month, I am giving him $150. I'm getting a couple essential oils and some bath wash for him from Young Living, and so I wanted to make sure that I had enough money for those things, and so that will be in another video coming up. But so he gets 150, so 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 30, 40, 50. So I broke it up down between 20s, 10s, and 5s because I know that some things are going to be I like to use the smaller denominations when I make an online purchase. I'll explain that in a second. So he's got his cash all clipped together in my Rachel Cruz wallet. One thing I like about this wallet is there are 3 sections. 2 on the sides with slots for your different cards, and then a slot in the middle with a section for coins. So I have my 3 categories, and I even just know, okay, so the middle section is always my entertainment money, this side is always Nick, and this side is always me, but I still like having the clips anyways. So I don't have any credit cards, but in here is like my Target debit red card. I have gift cards in here, rewards cards, all of that. So it's very handy. You don't want to hang on to credit cards, right? So make sure that in your wallet you get rid of all of them. Get rid of that temptation, because it makes no sense to carry around cash when you're tempted to use your credit card, right? So everything has now been stuffed into my Rachel Cruz wallet. Everything else will go into the coupon organizer and then these fun envelopes here. Next one is Zena. Zena has her own budget as well, and I'm going to just give her $40 this month. That's for things like her food, treats, any toys. We don't get her toys very often, but if she chews through her balls or something, we'll buy her something new. Mostly treats and food. So she's got her own slot in here. I'm going to add this too. And we don't buy things every single month for her. Her food can cost $50, $60 because we buy a big bag. And so $40 every month, it'll build. And then when we do buy her food, we have enough. So I like saving a little bit every month. I've talked about this. So that it's not as overwhelming the month that you have to buy that item. Clothing is next. I'm going to do $50, $20, $40, $50. We don't buy clothes every single month. This is separate from Nick. Nick's clothing comes out of his budget, so this is just for me and Edson. So we have the money for that when it's time. I did just buy clothes, and so I needed new jeans. So our clothing budget is completely empty. So restocking it there with our $50. Next would be gifts, and this is another $40. And gifts would be for any sort of gift coming up that we have. So that could be birthdays, it could be anniversaries, or thinking of you, whatever. It is not for Christmas. We have a separate Christmas category. And so if weddings come up, we've gone to 6 weddings, I think, in the past several months, and so all that money comes straight out of the gifts category. And we have a set amount of money we spend on every gift. Sometimes we go over depending on who the person is and what the event is, but typically we know we have that one amount to spend, and that's how we determine how much we get into this category every month. Our house fund is $30 right now. That could be anything like light bulbs or cleaning supplies. Sometimes I put cleaning supplies with our H&BA. I feel like those sort of things are kind of wishy-washy as to where they go. They're not really a toiletry, but to me, house would be more for like home improvement. So like I said, like light bulbs. We fairly recently bought a new vacuum. That came out of our house fund. So it builds up, but that's why we only put $30 in there. Sometimes I decide to only put $20 every month. And then if we do need something, it's there. Water softener salt is probably the biggest thing that we spend out of our home budget frequently. Our car fund, I usually put $30 to $50, kind of depending on when we are needing our oil change, because that's a big deal. This is car maintenance. So mostly it's for tire rotations, although we get those free now, and oil changes. But if we need new wipers, windshield washer fluid, anything. So this gets built up a lot. Look at all that money. And then we go and spend however much we need as we need it. If we had a bigger car emergency, that would come from our emergency fund. But this will typically have a couple $100s in it at a time. So next is Christmas. Normally we do $50, but this month I'm doing 150 because we didn't really think about how much we wanted to spend for Nick. This year we kept the amount that we saved last year for this year, and so we didn't. He's going to be almost a year old. He obviously is going to want some toys, and we'll get some other fun stuff for him. So instead of 50, I'm doing 150. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 50 for Christmas. I started buying Christmas presents already, and it's honestly amazing saving for Christmas throughout the entire year because it's not an emergency. When all of a sudden November hits or after Thanksgiving, and you're like, oh no, Christmas is in a month, what happened? Usually people then rack up a whole bunch of credit card debt because they forgot about Christmas and they didn't budget for it. So we save, like I said, about $50 every month throughout the entire year, starting in January. So by the time we get to Christmas, what's 50 times 12? 600, okay? And so this is anything. Like it could be gifts, Christmas lights, cookie stuff, anything Christmas related, decorations, all comes out of this fund. And so we need to make sure that we are very intentional about how much we're spending for each person and on anything Christmas related, because once the money is gone, it's gone. If anything is left over though, we don't carry this money over, then that money goes towards our debt. So, and then if we are out and about throughout the year, especially more in the fall time, we see something and we think it would be a good gift, we can take the money out of here and voila. It's not a hassle, it's not anything stressful or frustrating trying to figure out where that money is coming from. Okay, we also have a healthcare envelope, so that's one of these really cute ones. I think this was from Office Max, Office Depot. It's like a plastic, I forgot what it's actually called. But so this one is mostly for copays and prescription medications that we pick up. If I am buying over-the-counter medications, typically I'll use my H&BA budget, but depending on how much is in that, sometimes I'll take it from the healthcare fund. But really it's for if Nick needs a doctor appointment outside of his well visits, or we go pick up a prescription for $10, that's what this is for. Normally I put about 20 in here, but we had just used up a lot, and so I wanted to replenish it, so I put 50 in this month. It also helps when you get 3 paychecks in a month, like we do for November. We have that flexibility to beef up some of these envelopes. So this one does not go with me anywhere. This stays somewhere safe until I need it because we rarely ever touch this. Okay, and then the last thing is $300 in cash. We have an envelope putting money aside for something specific that I won't share here, but so this money just goes straight in here. And we like having that separate from our checking account so that we aren't seeing extra money in there that we think we can spend when we really can't. So I showed you this before with my November budget, but some of our categories, instead of having cash envelopes, are in our savings account for electronic sinking funds, but for this specific item we want to keep it in cash. So that was all my cash, but I wanted to explain a couple other things. I had mentioned that we do make some online purchases. When I purchase Young Living products, that is obviously coming out of our checking account. So people ask, when you use cash, what do you do for online purchases? I have a bank envelope. This is called the bank. And as we make a purchase online or with our debit card, let's say I needed a Christmas item and I didn't have this cash with me by chance, and I use my debit card, I'll take the cash out of my Christmas budget here and stick it here. And this is now considered deposited, so to speak, into the bank. We have enough of some wiggle room during the month that we don't have to go and deposit that money directly into the bank, where it's not like we're going to go negative in our account. And so then this would just be that much money less I need to take out from the bank itself the following month. So if I spent $100 on Amazon for Christmas gifts, I would take out from here $100, okay, stick it in this envelope, and then say, now that's been paid, okay? Instead of taking that $50 to $100 out of the budget in the month on top of this cash. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. But, so now all of my envelopes have been stuffed and filled with the November cash. I hope this was exciting for you. I want to try to do this every single month if I can, so you can really see how the system works. And when we teach financial peace at church, we show people our envelopes here, and we actually will give away typically some of these for the people that graduate from FPU so that they can start using it because they really like that system. So just something to think about if that's something you want to try. A lot of people that we know have said that they enjoy that system. Otherwise, you can get these fun plasticky envelopes or simply use a wallet, and you can use that clip system that Rachel Cruz uses. If you go on YouTube and you Google Rachel Cruz clip system, you will find a ton of videos on that and people using it and her explaining it and everything. So if you wanted to know more about that, I would just suggest you go find those videos. But if you have any questions or comments, please be sure to leave those in the comments down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and if you wanted to see more of these going forward. And don't forget to subscribe, turn those notifications on so you get notified the next time one of these videos goes up. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time.